Hello and welcome to my product review. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Stephen Kowalski and I'll be your gadget guide today as we explore the LinkDream LC-B41 wireless Bluetooth 4.0 stereo headset. Let's get started, shall we? As you can see, I've already removed everything that was in the retail box and set it out here for you. It pretty much consists of the LinkDream LC-B41 main headset, and that's where all the fun is. It came with an alternate earpiece so you can listen to music in stereo sound. Or of course it works for phone calls as well. It came with the charging cable. This is just your standard micro USB charging cable. You plug this end into the micro USB port available in the main headset, and you can plug this into any USB port you have available, personal computer, in your car, your laptop, whatever. And it came with the instruction manual in both Chinese, or what I assume to be Chinese, and English. And it came with a bag of goodies. And a little bit of assembly was required, as you can see, but it was pretty simple. I'm right-handed, so I prefer it on my right side. So I'm just going to plug that in there, or snap that in there, I'm sorry. So now it's set up for right-hand configuration. If you're left-handed, or if you prefer it on the left side of your head for whatever reason, you can just pull that pop that around to the other side, and all of a sudden it's left-handed. You'd have to change the direction of this too, which, as you can see, was pretty simple. So I'm going to go ahead and slide this on, and assembly is complete. It wasn't very complicated, but it's ready to go now. This is your left ear headset, or I guess the alternate. It plugs right in through the micro USB port, the same port that you plug in to charge. It's not that big of a deal that you have to unplug the left headset to charge it, because this will not work while it's charging. Even if you have a super long charging cable, once you plug in a charging cable to this, it automatically stops operating. It unlinks from your phone. So I just figured I'd mention that. I really do like the left earpiece. It comes with an additional rubber grommet, so you can change that out if that's uncomfortable. I didn't see that as a real issue. This left earpiece is very light and very comfortable. Once you get your ear slid through there and that into your ear canal, it's very comfortable. It doesn't fall out. But flexibility is always good. We always like that. This is the LC-B41 main headset. It has 3 buttons and an on-off switch. It has plus, minus, and then this. Actually pushing this to the side of the main headset, this LinkDream symbol here, is actually your 3rd button. I call it the multifunction button, or your action button. And then we have your on-off switch here. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. When you turn the device on, it has a voice that says power up. When you turn it off, it says power down. And then when it's attempting to pair with a device, it also says pairing. So it does have some voice commands that let you know kind of what it's doing or what it's thinking. I'm not sure if you can see this here. It's a very light blink, but it's trying to pair right now. The phone I have it paired with is not within range. It's not even in this building, actually. But it's blinking red and blue, and that means it's attempting to pair. Once it actually pairs successfully with a phone, then you'll just have a solid blue light. The indicator lights are also important while you're charging. When you have them plugged in to charge, a solid red light means it's charging, and it detects when the battery is fully charged, and it turns solid blue. So just to let you know when it is done charging. We have your minus and plus buttons here. If you just click minus quickly, it'll turn the volume down. The same with plus, it will turn the volume up. But these also have additional functions. If you hold the minus for about a second, or a long press, it will rewind a song if you're listening to music. The same with the plus function. If you hold it down for a second or a long press, it will fast forward songs. So not only is this good for phone calls, but it also can be good for listening to music. We have the multifunction button, or the action button there, and that's where the LinkDream is. And essentially, if let's say you're listening to music, when you get a phone call, it automatically pauses your music, so you won't lose your place. If you push the button once, it will answer. If you are like me and want to ignore phone calls, if you hold it down for a long press, about a second or two, then it will automatically refuse that phone call. While you're in the phone call, you're talking, if you click this button one time, it will hang up the call. The LinkDream LC-B41 has a neat function. It can connect to 2 phones at one time. The process is actually pretty simple. You just link up one phone, just like you would. You push this button, you'd see the blue and red blinking, knowing it's trying to pair. You'd go to your phone, go to your Bluetooth options, and click pair with this device. So it was pretty simple. If you want to pair with two phones, what you do is you pair your first phone and then turn it off. And then grab your second phone and go through the pair process again and then turn it off. And then when you turn both phones on, they'll both automatically connect to the Link Dream. So, I'm not one of those people that has two cell phones. I only need one cell phone and it does everything for me. But I know that some people are required to have one phone for home and then have a completely separate phone for business. So that could be, a unique function that applies to you. I found the battery life to be quite impressive. I was able to, using both earpieces, listening to stereo sound, I was able to listen to music for a little bit over 5 hours, which I thought was pretty impressive. As far as charge time, the very first time I took it out of the box, it took over 2 hours to charge, about 2.5 hours. But after that, each additional charge only took about an hour and a half or an hour and 45 minutes. Pretty run-of-the-mill charging time. On the box here it says maximum talking time, 24 hours. I didn't actually try to talk for 24 hours. But if you have over 5 hours of music time, which is a real battery drainer, I have no reason not to believe that it couldn't have a talking time of 24 hours. If you don't use it, the charge barely goes down. It's said to have a standby time of 30 days. Of course, I didn't test that myself. But with 5 hours of music time, I really don't have any reason to believe that it wouldn't last that long. It does have automatic power off features, so after you don't use it for a set amount of time, it shuts off to save battery, so that's always good. The range was pretty impressive. It lists a range of 30 feet. I didn't quite test it that far away, but at about 20 feet, I didn't have any crackling or any disconnection issues. So, once again, 30 feet seems like a completely reasonable range. I do hope you enjoyed my review today. Comments are always welcome at the bottom of the page. Subscribers are always appreciated. And if you have any specific questions, comments, or suggestions, please email me at GadgetGuideUSA@gmail.com. Thank you for your time.